I ask for the truth on behalf of Cynthia Battalio Thomas concerning relationship issues primarily. Has she got the right partner? Has she found the right one? And is she on the right life path as well? What's this about her? What information can you provide us there, Spirit? I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth, always. And we just cut the deck there for you, Cynthia, and we'll move the cards just to the side. I'll deal out 3 cards, just here. The first card we deal is in the possession of the recent past. This is a situation that's taken place between now and this time last month. It isn't that far back, about a moon phase ago, isn't it? And then of course the present is now, which of course that card there represents the present. And then, as you know, the future, as it is, past, present, future, it's the immediate future, isn't it? Like the recent past, a moon phase behind. This is the immediate future, which is about a moon phase ahead, isn't it? And so it means we can get a sort of, I suppose you could say it's the foreseeable-ish, sort of the foreseeable-ish future, isn't it? If there's such a thing. Which means we're not sort of generalising about things in the long term that could be or may not be, but probably might be if we wait long enough for it. But we're just talking about, we're dealing with the now as best as we can. Whether it be in a relationship sort of question and whatever, let's of course we'll pull out the first card. Of course, you want to know if you live if you want to know if you're with your lifetime partner or whatever. So let's see if that's the what's going on. Just get the card here and we'll just flip it nice and slowly, not to disturb the energy. And look at that, you got the oracle. The energy of the oracle. It looks rather Egyptian, doesn't it, really? I don't know if you like the ancient Egyptians and things like that. But either way, a lot of blue in that card, isn't there? Like the throat chakra. If that means anything. Of course, this just really indicates that you've been seeking guidance in some way. Maybe you've been studying or something like that, seeking wisdom and guidance from the elders. I always tend to focus on the Eye of Horus as if you're trying to rejuvenate something, trying to get something back. Either way, maybe, I don't know, trying to maintain something. I know, of course, if you want to know whether your life partner, well, when you link it to that, you see, because you've asked the question, and you link this energy to that, you could say just recently that you've been studying the situation. Maybe you've been asking, in the sense when it says seeking guidance, wisdom and guidance from elders, maybe you've been seeking wisdom and guidance from other members of the family who've been there, done it and got the t-shirt. And maybe asking their advice, well, what did you do when you were my age and when you were in this situation? What did you do, mother or grandma or whoever it may be that you've been seeking guidance from? And they'd say, well, you know, tra-la-la-la-la, whatever. And maybe that's one way, of course. Notice, of course, as it is, the blue of the throat chakra, which is to do with communication anyway, isn't it? So you could say really the oracle is to do with communication to that degree, communicating knowledge. Although there is darkness in the background, nevertheless it's communicating knowledge through that darkness, isn't it? Through that uncertainty. I want to see what is going on now, though. Let's see how this has affected you right now. How it's resulted, you could say. Which, of course, is the cause of what's about to happen as well, in a way, isn't it? Sorry about that. That's just one of my little friends who's just in a wheel, in the exercise wheel, as we'd say. Let's just rotate the card nice and slow, and let's just see what we've got there. Let's see what energy we've got there, nice there. And as you can see, you've got the Chimera really there, indicating that yes, okay, imagination clouds your judgment right now. Maybe I got a funny feeling here, as though this is to do with your relationship, in the sense of something's happened and you think something's going to happen, and it probably isn't. Just in the case where they say, be careful what you wish for, because it probably it probably might happen. In this particular case, it seems just be careful of what you think is happening, because it probably isn't. Maybe you're thinking it out of fear. Maybe you fear losing whoever it is, or maybe you just feel that your relationship, you fear that it's and feel as well, but you probably fear it may break down like other relationships with other people. But remember, this is not other people's relationships. This is your relationship, and it's for you to work through it after seeking guidance about it. Maybe, but I do sort of sense as though the guidance that you've sought isn't so much about how do I get on with other people, but whether you're saying about your life path as well, that sort of how do if I'm going to marry him, or if I'm going to settle down with him, of course, how do we get on? How do I get a job? How do I you know, if we have kids, how do we do that? How do we do this? Now do I have a tra-la-la-la and all that? So it's all the other bits and bobs that come with it, if you get what I mean, if you can call them bits and bobs. Is that the right term? I don't know. That's what I'll just call it for now anyway. You can call it whatever you want afterwards. That's for you to imagine. Let's just see though what the immediate future is, and then we'll try and link this immediate future with the others, as we've done with these two, in the sense seeking knowledge to sort of. And although your imagination does cloud your judgment right now, in a way, there's actually no reason it should do, really, because it probably is a sign that you haven't been listening to the guidance. Maybe that's clearly all it is. Let's just flip this card and let's just see what the energy is here. And let's just rotate that. The energy there of seduction. So it looks like the relationship's going to be okay, in the sense of passion and romance await. So it looks as though your worries are unfounded. Whatever is going on when your imagination is running right now, there's no need, because your worries are unfounded. You've been doing your homework, you've done your homework about whatever it is. Okay, you might not have listened to the guidance now, but nevertheless, you've been given the guidance, and that means the guidance is always there for you to remember what it was later on when you decide to, of course, be a bit more pragmatic. At this stage, I feel as though I've got to pull another card here, because I just feel as though, I suppose something's been unsaid, or there's just something else that needs to be said, in addition to, or like an overview, or an evaluation report, or something like that you could call it, couldn't you? So this is your evaluation report card. I suppose this will cover for sort of around about April, May, sort of late April, sort of mid-May, something of that nature. You got the mystic circle. Notice the runic energy there, and And of course the mystic circle really just indicating really that your abilities will be enhanced in some way, maybe because of the passion and the romance that awaits, maybe because of that which you long for. Okay, be careful what you wish for, you'll get it, but either way, nevertheless, although your imagination is clouded at the moment, and although I suppose not, you could say, you could accuse you, although you're not thinking straight at the minute, nevertheless, the guidance that you've received will be useful for you. Maybe not so much next month, when passion and romance awaits, when it's time to probably just enjoy yourself and go out for a meal, go out partying or whatever. Wouldn't go as far as saying revelry and indulgence, but certainly to indulge in some way, shape or form and enjoy your partner's company. But more to do with maybe around about May, around about Beltane, beginning of summer and all that sort of thing, May, after May Day or something like that. Your abilities will be enhanced then. That's when you'll be having to use your abilities. The knowledge that you gained last month, you'll be using around about May, not next month. If you're not in April, but May. So it'll be put on hold. And it's put on hold because at the moment your imagination's running riot. And basically you're assuming things, not maliciously or anything like that, but maybe understandably, maybe. So it's time to just enjoy your partnership, to enjoy your relationship just before you say, right, okay, well now we're serious, what do I do? And of course your abilities to deal with the relationship and to deal with your future will be there to sort of to sort of either do further study or to make plans. And the runic energy there that Odin brings, of course. I want to pull out some runes, actually. I'm tempted now to mention the runes. Every time I open my mouth and mentioning the runes, I always want to pull some out. And I'm going to, because I just feel like being a devil, that's all. So let's pull some runes out and let's just see what energies are here for you there. Let's just see what we've got. We've got to just mix them up in the bag a bit, and then we can just see, check your question about is this the right life partner, and is it the right life path as well, like the right life partner and path. Well, let's just pull the first rune out. Let's just see what that's all about. Look at that, pure love, the love rune there. The lag is there. That's often like related to birth as well. Maybe a birth of a situation when you were seeking knowledge. We'll have to pull 4 really, won't we, to sort of link it to the 4, really, in the sense of the knowledge that you sought, the wisdom and guidance that you sought just recently was done out of pure love, and it was done to give birth to something, to give birth to a new situation. In a bit like when a child is in the womb, you were sort of like preparing yourself and putting things in the womb of the situation, if you get what I mean, from a symbolic point of view. And now you got Tyr. Look at that. Tyr was what a Tyr. That's the protector, the bringer of victory, protector from harm, whatever. And right now, maybe that's what you're doing. Although there's a victory right now, your imagination is running riot, your imagination is clouding your judgment because you're doing it to try and protect yourself. You're doing it with good intent, although it's a negative thing, you're doing it with good intent.
3 hours.
What about the passion and romance that awaits? Well, that can is the can. It's the torch, isn't it? In the sense, when you put a torch in the fire, it starts to glow, it comes to light. And this is what will happen in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so. Your the passion and romance that awaits is literally awaiting in the sense that it will come to light. Maybe secrets may be revealed, I don't know, but certain things will come to light. So although you're trying to protect yourself now because of what you've learned about what's been given birth to, what situation, or but like the Pandora's box being opened in a sort of, I suppose, in a positive way as well. But nevertheless, well, and I knew it was going to be like this, but I didn't know it was going to be like that, But nevertheless, this, you can't have this without that, can you? You can't have up without down. How would you know what up was if you didn't know what the down was? But in this case, of course, from that to the immediate future where something will come to light, and whatever it is, it'll come to light as when the passion and the romance awaits, and it manifests itself, it will come to light. And as it comes to light, after it's come to light, then correction, when your abilities are enhanced, that will be energised by the daggers, the day, like when you get the sunrise and the new day. That will bring, literally, come to light. So coming to light, to the light. So effectively, it's like to the bright light of day. Things are, I suppose you could say the darkest hour is before the dawn, and the dawn is between next month and the month after. Between where you are, where your relationship is coming to light, and where it will have come to light when your abilities are enhanced to deal with whatever, when you're a bit clearer, when things are a bit clearer. And that's what it is. Things will be to light, in a sense, you'll see the light and things will be clearer, and that's when you'll be able to use your skills of persuasion, or your skills of managing a home, or getting a job, or whatever it is you've got to do, or finding an estate agent, or whatever it is that comes after. That's when your abilities will need to be used. And probably that's what it is, because you don't actually need to use your abilities right now. You're just enjoying your relationship and enjoying the company of another. It's coming to light. So as you talk, you find things out, and that comes to light. And more information, as you find more information out, the main information has been given birth to there with the oracle. So you've sought wisdom and guidance primarily to see how others do it, I suppose, to some degree. But you're protecting yourself. Your imagination's running riot at the minute. You're assuming things that probably aren't, but maybe, but you never know. But nevertheless, that's protecting you, and I suppose that's bringing the victory, in the sense that you're sort of right now not being a pushover. But nevertheless, between now and this time next month, things will come to light, and then of course around about Beltane, beginning of summer, it will have come to light, and that's when you will have the knowledge and the skills to deal with what happens, not just in the relationship, but with the rest of your life. And tomorrow's sunrise is the beginning of the rest of your life, isn't it? Go well, stay well. Blessed be to Odin and all the Norse gods. For now these runes and these cards have spoken.